One of the issues we encounter with New York City apartment building incidents or accidents is the issue of inspections. Does the super, do the maintenance personnel have a duty, an affirmative duty to go out and look at the building, to inspect the building, to make sure it's safe? Oftentimes when we depose these individuals, employees of the landlord, employees of the management company, including the superintendent of the building, the janitor, the porter, the maintenance personnel, we'll get an answer something like this. They'll say, well, if I saw anything dangerous, I would tell the management company, and then they would hire this outside independent contractor to come in and fix it. But I never saw anything dangerous. Well, did you look? Well, not really. But, the maintenance personnel, especially the porters, they clean the lobby, let's say, of the building every day, like twice a day. So if you're there twice a day cleaning, let's say, the steps that lead to the elevator, how can you not see that one of those steps has a crack in it? So it becomes an issue of credibility. Do you believe the defendant who says, I see nothing, I hear nothing, I know nothing? Or do you believe the plaintiff who says that they fell because of this, there were complaints because of this existed for a period of months or sometimes even a period of years, and the defendant should have found it and fixed it using reasonable care? So it becomes like a battle between the credibility of the plaintiff versus that of the defendant and the defendant's team. But the issue of inspections is very, very important. I think it's important to discuss that, to get all of the inspection records, because some companies will keep a record of inspections, a written record, and that's very helpful. Like supermarkets do that. Some buildings, like large buildings, may do that, like walkthrough notes. Usually apartment buildings, for the most part, don't, but it's always helpful to request it in case they do. Also, if there were complaints about, say, like a broken step, well, is there a logbook? Are there invoices for repairs, maintenance procedures, any kind of construction work about that particular location? And when you ask for this information, very, very often the defendant will simply respond by saying, objection, or we don't have anything like that. But then what you have to do is just send the demand again, make it a little bit more specific, and if they still don't answer, then go see the judge and have the judge force them to answer. Because what we find in terms of doing discovery, when you obtain information and exchange information in these types of cases, is that the defendants always just like to obstruct and say, well, we don't have anything, or we object to that. But they very rarely give you like meaningful information. So you have to keep fighting for it. You have to follow up. And once you get that meaningful information, it's usually like the gold nuggets that'll actually help you prove your case. So it's very important to be diligent and to follow up.